Joe Biden had some company this weekend, Barack and Nancy, appearing alongside the president, where the three of them got a chance to catch up and resuscitate a few old hoaxes.
Donald Trump is about the past and serving himself. This is the guy who doesn't care about science and reason. Remember, during the pandemic, Donald Trump told us to inject ourselves with bleach. He said there's nothing to worry about if you do that.
The show of force is disguising a mess behind the scenes. Obama's been meeting privately with Biden, warning him that his campaign's being bottlenecked and he needs to get it together. Not a book plug. Or else Trump will win in a landslide. Clinton world sees a landslide coming too. The raging Cajun, James Carville, says every time a new poll drops, it's like seeing his grandmother naked.
I don't think people really appreciate how bad Biden's poll numbers are. When you look at them, it's like walking in on your grandmother naked. You can't unsee them, no matter how hard you try. And the deeper you dig, the kind of worse it is. I don't think we thought this thing through. I don't think people realize the hunger and appetite for something different in this country. We might be committing suicide.
Carville says the Biden campaign's sleepwalking into a beating. The country's begging for change, but cowardly Democrats would rather just lose with Joe.
We need more than a little bit of a change to win this.
It's a crapshoot whether, Biden is our nominee. If you decide that you're going to blow up where we are now and open up a convention and have a brokered convention or whatever, that could also be dangerous.
It looks like the party has decided that, okay, we're just going to go through with this. And I've been a Democrat all my life, but I'm beginning to think that the defining trait we have is cowardness. I can't unsee my naked grandmother.
Then Carville twisted the knife in the New York Times, saying the Biden campaign's too girly. Quote, a suspicion of mine is that there are too many preachy females. They don't drink beer, don't watch football, don't eat hamburgers. This is not good for you. The message is too feminine. Everything you're doing is destroying the planet. You've got to eat your peas. Now, the Fives have been saying this for a while.
This is a party about abortion, and it's a party for women, and men of every color are seeing how they're being abandoned by being branded as the lowest on the totem pole of identity. This is what happens with identity politics. You create a hierarchy, right, of identities, and one gets stacked on the other, and all this energy is placed on pigment and not people.
I never thought Gutfeld and Carville would be the ones speaking bravely on behalf of men. Men have been neglected for far too long. Quote, if you listen to Democratic elites, NPR is my go-to place for that. The whole talk is about how women and women of color are going to decide this election. I'm like, well, 48% of the people that vote are males. Do you mind if they have some consideration? Carville says preachy females are ruining politics. The Squad, Pelosi, Kamala, Binder, The View, every woman on MSNBC, or everyone who identifies as a woman on MSNBC. Not my words. Carville said it. AOC's peeved. She says maybe he should start a podcast about it. I hear men are really underrepresented in that space. Where did all the men go in the Democrat Party? Manchin's leaving. All the male mayors, all they do is blame and complain. Where are the men of action on the left? Whatever happened to Newsom? All they have left is like Fetterman, barely. Trump's at football games, UFC fights. He's not nagging us about what kind of car to drive. He just wants to protect the country, not into pronouns. Biden's falling off bikes, licking ice cream cones and sipping through straws, and leaving the gates to the country wide open. He's apologizing to illegal immigrants after they murder our women. The Democrats spend all day in sexual harassment training seminars and DEI inclusion therapy, jockeying to be the biggest victim. Carville continues, quote, no one wants to live like this, he said. Whoever thought it was a good idea to tell people you can't hug them, or you've got to be careful, or you've got to think about names to call them other than the name you know them by. There's nothing wrong with me being white, or you being white, or them being black, or me being male, or you being female. It's a giant, stupid argument. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.